Yeah, I had to give a speech once in Hawaii for the Ironman Hall of Fame, and I started to think about what to say. And basically, everybody thanks all these people that they're really generic speeches. And then all of a sudden I thought, I'm a storyteller. So I'll just get up there and whatever comes into my mind, I'll just tell a story and that'll be the end of it. And so they said they were kind of worried because I'm a little long-winded sometimes. And Bob Babbitt, who was in charge of the festivities, said, look, you got 3 minutes. And there was a big storm coming in. They were worried that, if somebody took too long, that it would cut into other people or whatever. Because there's like 3,000 or 4,000 people in outside seating. And, you can get a big storm in Hawaii. So I get up and get to the microphone, and all of a sudden I start thinking of my childhood. So I just started telling a story. And this was the story. And none of it was premeditated. It was just spontaneous. And it was a little bit scary, but what could they do? They told me I only had 3 minutes anyway. It's hard to screw it up in 3 minutes. So I told them this story. When I was a little kid, I was always running and swimming and bicycling, and I was real independent. And my mother used to always say, he was such a strange little child. He'd just leave, and we didn't know where he was, but when he got hungry, he'd come home. And so the neighbors would say, like, Tommy, why don't you stay put? Don't be so hyper. Don't keep running around and swimming and all this stuff. And so then later I became a swimmer, and I went to college, and then the triathlons came, and I was in the second one. I got second place, and I was really bummed because, I'd been training for 20 years before all these other people, and I only got second. And then the Ironman came along, and I did that, and now I'm up on the stage, and I am giving this talk, and I kind of screwed up the talk because I want to reiterate, one of the things I did, I had a newspaper route when I was a young kid, and I delivered newspapers every morning, 4 o'clock, and I had the morning and the night paper. And so I'd ride my bike, then I was body surfing, and I was board surfing, and I was running, and like I said, the neighbors said all this. Well, anyway, getting back to the story, when I did the Ironman, and I'd already been doing all this for years and years, and the only regret that I have through all this is that if I would have saved all the money and kept that newspaper route with all the miles I've done in the last 30 years, I would have had enough money to charter a plane and get all those people on my block that were making fun of me and telling me not to do it, fly them over here, and then they could see that in this setting, with all of you contestants for the Ironman and all of you trained athletes, that I'm normal. And that was my acceptance speech in the Hall of Fame. And through the whole thing, people started, I had them hooked, and they started listening and everything, and Babbitt kept going. Instead of giving me the 3 minutes, he kept going, keep going, keep going. And I had nowhere it was going to end. And when I said, and in this setting, I'm normal, all of a sudden I said, the best thing to do is stop right now.